Hey, how we doing, everybody? Doesn't look like there's too many of you guys in here yet. I'm just waiting for Twitch to catch up because I know there's going to be a few more people jumping on. I was going to run through one more of these 3x3s. Hey, Alyssa, happy birthday. I was gonna run through one more of these 3x3s just so you guys are getting the practice with it, and then I was gonna show you guys how to do it with the iPad calculators because I know you guys are used to the calculators that we have in school, but the iPad ones can be a little finicky at times. So putting some practice on a video so you guys know what's going on should help out. Let's see here. Yeah, I see a few people popping in here. Okay. How about I got a question for you guys. Are you guys getting emails or messages on your phone or whatever you're watching about me going live? Because sometimes it's being sent out and sometimes it's not being sent out, and I'm trying to figure out why. There was one nice feature that I liked about Twitch. Trying to see if I ended up getting the message on my phone. Normally I get the little message popping up saying that I am going live, but I didn't get one today. The last one I got was from yesterday. Yeah, I don't know. But Emily, you don't get it every time, you only get it sometimes. That's what's happening to me too. You're supposed to get it every single time it's sent, and I don't know why it doesn't want to do it right now. Oh well, let's see here. All right, so this is what we did yesterday. It was just the second page. Holy cow, my email is blowing up right now. So it's just the second page. We're gonna do question number 5. Yeah, I'll see if I could fix the notifications to see what's going on. But I'm going to do just like what we did yesterday. I'm going to walk through all the steps, solve it out. Some of you guys may have already done number 5, so you might just want to check to make sure you're good. And then after I get those answers, I'll walk through it on the calculator, and then we'll call it quits for today. Tomorrow, we're going to be going into lesson number 5, which is really just this lesson, but word problems. So it sounds complicated because I know you guys hate hearing about word problems, but 3x3 systems are actually not too bad when it comes to word problems because one sentence will always represent one equation. So we'll just have to set up the 3 equations and then solve it. So when we go to do the lesson tomorrow, that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to set up the equations. We're not going to do any solving. And then I figured math, we've been pretty intense for these last 2 weeks. We've been doing lessons every day. So I decided Friday will be like a day off. So we'll take a day off. It'll give everybody an opportunity to catch up for anybody that's fallen behind because they haven't been able to watch the videos and stuff like that. But just throwing it out there. Other than that, let me get started on number 5. So this is the process I like doing, labeling them and rewriting. I know some of you guys go through other processes to get there, which is okay. I'm just going to continue my process for notes. So I have to cancel out. Wow, this question is very, very similar to the last one. We can't even solve number 5 right now. The equal sign's gone. All right, first number I see come up in chat, that's what will make the number. That's how I'm going to decide this one. I don't understand why I didn't put an equal sign in here. So the first number that you guys type in, that's what I'm writing down. And I'm going to choose 4. All right, Hannah says 4. So I'm going to put in a 4 right here. I have no idea if this is going to work out nice or not, but if it comes out to be fractions, then it'll be just like the last problem we did, and we could still check it on our calculator. All right, so we have to cancel out a letter. We can cancel out any letter we want, X, Y, or Z. I'm going to choose Y this time. And it doesn't matter. You can pick any letter. It will all be solved the same way. I'm going to cancel out the Y's. So I'm going to choose the first two equations. So I have X minus Y plus Z equals 7. And I am going to have 5X plus 2Y minus 3Z is equal to negative 3. We can't cancel out the y's right now because they're not opposites. One's a negative 1, one's a positive 2. So we're going to have to multiply the first equation by a positive 2 in order for them to cancel out. Come on, iPad. I'm writing blindly right now because everything is delayed. So let's see how nice it comes out to be. Does it catch up? Nice. The bottom equation will stay the same. And now, since those y's are opposite, we're just going to add straight down. So this will be a 7x. The y's cancel. We have minus z is equal to 11. That equation cannot be solved. So we said yesterday that we just start it because we're going to come back to it later. Now we got to pick two new equations. So I'm still going to choose number 1, but I'm also going to choose number 3. So we'll see how well Hannah picked as far as the number. So that will be equal to 7. The last one will be 4x plus 3y minus 2z is equal to 4. So in order to get this one to cancel out, we're going to have to multiply the top equation by 3. So we'll have 3x minus 3y plus 3z is equal to 21. And then on the bottom, it stays exactly the same. And now we're just adding them together just like we did in the first two equations. And it looks like we're going to have 7x. We're going to have plus z is equal to 25. Yeah, it's not going to come out too pretty, Hannah. I can see it already. So I'm going to star that because we can't solve it. After you guys get your two starred equations, what you guys have to do is line the two starts up. So I'll do that over here. I have the 7x minus z is equal to 11. And I have the 7x plus z is equal to 25. This one, we don't have to change anything because the z's are already opposites of each other. So really, we can just add straight down already. 7x and 7x will be 14x. Z's are gone. And that's equal to 36. And 14 is not going to go into 36 nicely. So we could write it as 36. And you know what? I'm going to simplify it. I'm going to simplify it because it'll be 36 over 14. So I'm going to divide both of them by 2. So that would be 18 over 7. So this will be our x value. So now we just have to go back and plug it into one of the start equations to figure out what, in this case, would be our z value. And then once we get both of those, we have to plug it back into the original equations to find the y. So I'm going to choose to plug it into this equation. So I'm going to have 7 times 18 over 7 plus z is equal to 25. If you do 7 times 18 over 7, it's really just going to be 18. So the z is actually going to come out to be a nice number, because if we subtract 18 over to the other side, z is just going to be equal to 7. So now we got 2 of the answers. We just have to plug it in to find the last one. And my opinion, if you're looking at those 3 original equations, the first one's probably going to be the easiest because x, y, and z are all just by themselves. So I'm going to substitute in to that. What color have I not used? I could go back to blue. So I'm going to write this a little bit over to this side. Actually, x we said is 18 over 7. We don't know what y is. We just said z was 7. And it's equal to 7. Oh, and this one's actually going to work out. So, Hannah, this wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract the 7 over to both sides. And we're going to have 18 over 7 minus y is equal to 0. And now all I have to do is just move the y over to the other side to make it positive. And 18 over 7 is just equal to y. So it looks like x and y ended up being the same thing in order for this one to work. Now, we're going to check with the calculator to make sure what we did was correct. So, if you have your iPad calculator handy, if you have it handy, I would suggest walking through the steps with me just to make sure that you feel comfortable with it, because like I said, that the iPad calculator is a little bit different than the ones that we use in class. So what we're going to do, very first thing, anytime you type in systems of equations in the calculator, it's called a matrix. So I can't like mark on the calculator, but what I can do is hold down the button and you guys can look for the discoloration. So if you look underneath the math key, you can see that I'm darkening a matrix right now where it's x to the negative 1. We don't want all this on the screen. I'm just trying to show you guys where the button is. But what you're going to do is hit the second button and then hit that x to the negative 1 and it will take you into the matrix. So some of this will look familiar to you guys because we have done it before. It's just not all exactly the same as the handheld calculator. After you do that, we always go from right to left when we're solving with matrices. So you have to go all the way over to the edit portion of your calculator. And you should notice that names and edit, nothing changes. It's still showing you guys all the letters. You just have to make sure you're on edit. And then what I'm going to do is just click on the letter A. And it takes you into this weird section. It says array, it shows rows, and it shows columns. When we go to do rows and columns, there are always 3 rows because there's always 3 equations. The columns is the number of terms you have in each equation. So we have 4 terms. We have x, y, z, and the answer. So the first number is 3. And the second number will be 4. And we're just making sure to hit enter after we put that in. Once you get here, what we're going to do is only type in the numbers to the original equations. So I'm going to zoom in on the 3 original equations. We're only typing in the coefficients, no letters. So the first x has a 1, the y has a 1, the z has a 1, and then the answer is 7. I have to type it in with the signs as well. So I'm just going to hit 1, enter. Negative 1, enter. 1, enter. And then 7, enter. And when you hit the 7, it will go to the next line, but you might have to swipe left and right to make sure that 7 did go in there in case if you accidentally hit something else. And now I'm just going to do the next line. I have 5, 2, 3, negative 3. And then another negative 3. And then the last line, 4, 3, negative 2, and 4. After you type them all in, this is the most important part, because if you don't do this next step, your calculator is going to say error. You have to quit back to the main screen. In order to get back to the main screen, what you're going to have to do, you're going to have to click on the second button, and then right to the right of it, you should see mode and quit. So I'm going to hit second, and then I'm going to hit mode, and it will take me back to this main screen. If you are not on the main screen, you will get an error when you try to solve this. So now that I'm back here, what I want to do is go back into the matrix. So I'm going to hit second matrix. So we're back to where we started. I told you guys we're always going to go from right to left. So we started on edit, and we already did that. The next thing is we're going into math. And what you're going to scroll down to, it's called RREF. So I explained to you guys in the past, it's called row reduced echelon form. Depending on how long we're going to be out of school, I will show you guys what that means in an upper level math class. So I'll show you guys how to do it by hand. As of right now, we're just doing it with the calculator. So you're going to scroll down until you see RREF, and it is the letter B. So I'm thinking I'm highlighting it. Let's see. Maybe not. There it goes. Now I'm highlighting it. So I'm going to click on that RREF, and it's going to bring me back to the main page. And then I have to go into the matrix one last time. I've been telling you guys you're going from right to left. So we already did edit. We already did math. Now that we're on names, we're just going to click on that letter A, and then you're just going to press enter, and it's going to give you 3 answers. Your calculator will not give it to you in fraction form. So we said the answers were 18 over 7, 18 over 7, and 7. So we know the Z matches up, but we don't know if 18 divided by 7 is that, so we just have to type it in to check. 18 divided by 7 does come out to be 2.5714, blah, blah, blah. So, Hannah, you actually chose a pretty decent number then, because picking 4 actually worked out pretty well. But that is all I got for you guys today. If you haven't already looked at the homework, you guys will notice I did not put any 3x3s on this homework tonight. I only did 2x2 systems like we did the other day. And the reason why I did that is because I told you that tomorrow we're going to be doing the word problems. So I just stuck all the 3x3 questions on the word problem homework. Okay? So I believe, I got to check something. I don't remember if I created the Showbie for you guys. Oh, I can't do this. Whoa, that was close. I almost put all your names on the screen, and then I would get in trouble by Mr. B because I'm not allowed to do that. Oy, oy, oy. All right, I'm going into Showbie. Let's see here. Oh, is Showbie down right now? Of course it's down. It's always down. Oh, I did put homework 4 on here already. Okay, that's all I was checking. So homework number 4 is on Showbie. If you guys could get access to it, I'm hearing a lot of people. I've gotten like 5 or 6 emails today, people saying that Showbie's not working for them. And the big reason why is pretty much because everybody in the world is using Showbie. Like every country is using Showbie. So their servers get backed up a lot, and sometimes it just doesn't work. So yeah, that's all I got. I don't know if you guys have anything for me. I know there's not a lot of people in here. There's only like 4 or 5 of you that are in here. But if you got a question for me, as always, don't be afraid to send me an email. Emily, because I'm looking at your name, I'm going to try and do the scholarship thing that you just sent me yesterday. I'll get on top of that because I already wrote you up a recommendation letter for the last scholarship proposal that you needed me to do. So it should be pretty easy for me to just click and send for you. Alyssa, I hope you have an amazing rest of your birthday today. Go enjoy yourself, or what you can do to enjoy yourself. I know a lot of you guys are still locked in your houses, but have fun, okay? I will talk to you guys soon. Office hours, I got 2 hours that I can be on tomorrow if you guys need some extra help. I'll be on at 10 a.m. and at 1 p.m. I'll send out a remind tomorrow morning just to let everybody know. I had to do 2 office hours because my 1 office hour overlaps with an English and a social studies class. So some of those students requested an extra time just in case if they needed math help. But I hope everything else is going well for you guys, and I will talk to you all very soon.